All right, good evening, everybody. I hope everyone had a good day. We are back at it again with the Asian session tonight. We had a great trade this morning, great trade yesterday. So far, we are undefeated, if you will, this week. 100% win rate so far. Granted, it's only Tuesday, but Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Any tips for investment? It depends on what kind of investing you're looking to do. If you're looking to do day trading, long-term investing, it really depends. But welcome, guys. Appreciate you joining. We're going to go over a couple charts that I've got my eye on for tonight. I do want to start out by saying we are going to look at charts that have broken zones. And when I say long-term investing, put in the S&P 500 or blue chip stocks. But if you're looking to day trade, like make trades every single day, just watch my streams. You'll learn a lot. So we have a couple charts here with some very interesting things to note. When we're looking at Asian session high, New York session high, New York session low, so session highs and lows, it's important to talk about that because going into the new Asian session now, we have a barometer here of what we're going to look at. So if this rejects New York session low, we know it's going to be a buy and it's probably going to come up. But if it breaks through New York session low, it's probably going to be a continuation trade and we're going to be looking at it going down. So there's a couple to look at right now. GBP, JPY, not really the biggest fan of, to be honest with you. You gotta have a job to get more money, man. That's how it works. That's how the real world works, you know? I worked for 15 years straight to be able to do this full time. So, you know, you just gotta find a way to make money, whether that's a job or whatever. Anyway, GJ, looks like it's moving up. We're on a downtrend on the 4-hour. We broke what looks like a downtrend on the 1-hour. However, we're in between London high, Asian high, and London low and New York low. So when we're in between zones like that, I don't love trading when we're in between these zones. So you've got a high, a low, and a low. We're in between those right now. So you typically don't want to take a trade when it's A, in between a resistance and in between a support, and B, when it's in between your Asian and London kill zones. We don't like to trade when it's in between that because we don't know if it's going to break out to the upside or if it's going to break out to the downside. We don't know that. There's not enough information there. So this would be a trade that we would not take tonight based off that information. GBP USD, moving on here. So it looks like we're retesting London and New York lows, which is good. It's clearly on a downtrend. We had a break of structure here. So if we wanted to put a smaller break of structure in here on the 1-hour, like right here is your break of structure, we're going to see if this is going to retest this EMA ribbon in this line and possibly come down. We could see GBP USD come down for another 53 pips. Certainly very possible. But again, in between zones right now, we have a nice break of structure and what looks to be like a retest. We just want to make sure it doesn't come up and retest this EMA ribbon. You're 16, you work in a cafe, just keep saving up money, man. Keep saving up money. Until you get to $1,000, a couple $1,000, just keep saving until you get to there. Once you get to there, you can talk about investing. Euro GBP, same kind of concept here. Looks to be bullish to me. After we broke this zone and held above it for what looks like we held above this zone for 10 hours. So really good zone. The 4-hour has rejected this EMA ribbon. Looks like we might even get an EMA ribbon flip. We have a full candle closure above the EMA and two fair value gaps created on the 4-hour time frame here. However, the room to move up to the next high is 15 pips. So it would be a smaller time frame trade we'd want to kind of drop down to like the 15-minute here and see what's going on, and see if we can get a retest of this zone up here, a retest of New York high. So you'd be buying it up to see if it tests it. Again, not an A+ setup, a good setup, but certainly not the best setup in my opinion. I think there's better options there. But we just got our new 7 o'clock hour candle, so we'll see what happens here. GBP NZD, let's take a look at this. On the 4-hour chart, looks like it is coming back up. A couple bullish candles here, all green for the past 20 hours. So it looks like we may have found a bottom. Looks like we could buy this back up. I'm not really a fan of where the EMA is right now because we could see a rejection right here, but we do have a green fair value gap showing that this may be moving. The best way to get more money is to save it up so you have enough to trade with, the Lord. You got to just keep working, man. And then once you have enough money to invest up with a proper amount of money, you can start either day trading or investing and holding long term. Day trading is going to get you a little bit more money with a smaller amount. So if you have a smaller amount of money and you're looking to turn that into a larger amount of money, day trading can help you do that. Whereas, you know, trading stocks long term, just buying and holding Apple or Tesla, you got to have a lot of money to get a bunch of shares. So the barrier to entry on day trading foreign exchange currencies like this is a little lower. A lot of these are in between zones. AUD NZD looks like it could be a possible buy here. If we can break New York session and London high, it could be a really good buy there. If we can break New York session and London high. You got an NYC banger, Andrew? So did we. That trade from last night. This one. UJ? Oh, you bought? Nice. Yeah, that's a good banger. Yeah, we were just in the opposite trades. Your buys on UJ is the same as my sells on EU. Same thing. Euro AUD coming to a pretty strong point here. I don't think I'm going to touch that until it breaks a session high or a session low. Euro JPY looks like it's going to keep going here, guys. It broke above your New York and your London high. I don't know why it's not showing me that. Your New York AM kill zone, it just broke above. We could see this move to the upside here for possibly 20 pips. Anywhere from 7 to 10,000 a day, brother. Sometimes 20,000, sometimes 30,000, sometimes I lose 20,000. Euro JPY looks like a possible buy here. Euro AUD, I'm still not sure on this one. I would need to see it reject this EMA ribbon and to know that it's coming back down. But Euro JPY actually looks like a pretty good buy. Euro NZD, looking at this chart, looks like it's going to be moving up here. The 4 hours hitting the EMA, however, the 1 hour is above the EMA. We broke it. We retested the EMA and the fair value gap. Full candle closure above. Looks like we could ride this up. If we were going to, you'd be looking at 20 pips to 40 pips to possibly 69 pips. So Euro NZD as a buy is definitely possible. just look at my YouTube channel, man. I've got tons of videos on how to day trade. And then just tune into the lives. It'll help you out, the live streams. All right, GBP CHF. Let's see what we got here. The 4-hour chart looks like it's moving up. We're in an uptrend for sure. There's no doubt about that. The 1 hour looks like we kind of consolidated here, but huge wick up, rejecting London and New York session low. Looks like we may retest some highs as well. This is a possible buy. AUD/JPY. Here's the charts that I have set up for tonight. GBP NZD as a sell. Euro AUD as a sell. CAD JPY I had as a sell. Yeah, just watch my YouTube videos, man, and my YouTube shorts. I post every single day, 3 times a day. Just go on my channel and scroll through all of them. I did a 30-day series of YouTube shorts on how to day trade. That's going to be your best bet, man. But anyway, back to this. CAD JPY, it looks like we had a break of structure, right? Here on the 1 hour. So you had your uptrend. You had your very clear uptrend. It was broken. We retested this key level right here. Your break of structure was right here. This was your break of structure. So you had a strong break of structure right there. Now this could come back down. Yeah, no problem, brother. Not a problem at all. So what we're looking to see is for this to come back down. Based off the technicals here, the win rate of my strategy, over 87%. Stuff Daily G, what's going on, man? It's over 87%, and it's proven. You can look at it in the Discord. I post every week what our stats were. Every single week I post what our stats were for the week. No BS. Everything's called out live, either on stream or in the Discord. So again, it looks like we have a break of structure here. We had it moving up. We broke structure right here. Looks like we're trying to retest a key level, and we could see this come back down toward these levels right here. So we're looking for a sell position on CAD JPY. Not a ton of volume in it right now, but that is one of our options. Moving on to CHF JPY. CHF JPY I had as a possible sell as well. Huge fair value gap that's been respected here for almost... I mean, this FEG's been respected for 1 day and 12 hours. So you're looking at a day and a half long. A 10 out of 10 for originality. Yeah, you kill me, Andrew. Anyway, so again, we're in between zones though. And as you guys know, I don't like trading in between zones and in between session highs and lows. We want breaks above or below. Yeah, Euro USD is still running, Jordan. It is. Euro USD is running heavy right now still. I personally got out because of the session highs and lows. If we reject New York session low here consistently over the next hour, I would look at getting back in this trade to ride it down toward the bottom. We just have to understand that the US dollar is at an unprecedented high right now since 1987. When you say it sits at that, you mean when you do it. Because when I do it, it's not 45%. But yeah, looking at our Euro JPY or our Euro USD trade from yesterday, well, into today, was a good trade. It was a good trade. I don't know how much I like about getting back in it, but it was a good trade. Anyway, back to our other charts here. So GBP USD looks like it is rejecting the New York session low here, which is good. It means it may come back in to test the EMA ribbon, which gives us roughly 47 pips. Certainly a possibility, but you don't necessarily want to buy against such a strong downtrend. Such a strong downtrend. On the hour chart, you'd be looking at like 18 pips max. So not necessarily ideal, but not the worst. We'd have to really look into that more and kind of see what happens over the course of the night. But I'm going to unflag that. Make sure that you have direction on the high time frame, and when you're entering on the low time frame, it directly correlates to your high time frame. And I would look at session highs and lows. Make sure you're not entering in the middle of a session high or a session low, like right here. Like right here is in the middle of all of these. We haven't broken below or above any session highs for the day. Like trading in the middle is just guessing. Same here, like trading in the middle here, in between a session high and a session low, is just guessing. You don't know if it's going to break out this way or break out this way. It may not at all. It may just consolidate. That's probably one of the biggest things, is making sure that you're not getting in between session highs and lows where it could go either way. All right, so Euro GBP, again, I do like buys for this, but we're going to hold off. GU sells or buys, Andrew? Yeah, I mean, I do. I don't have negative RR ever, but it might be 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. But I don't have negative RR, if that's what you're asking. Andrew, you looking at sells or buys? Because I think I'd be looking at buys. It rejected New York session low pretty hard on the 4-hour. The day chart looks like a sell. This chart's kind of iffy for me. I don't love that chart. Retracement. Buy back up. Come back up to the EMA and the FEG. Not a bad trade. I'm going to get rid of that. Not a bad trade to buy it back up there. I think you could definitely swing a couple pips there. Euro GBP I like for buys a lot. We've consolidated and held above the key level here of the 8,500, the 0.85000. We've held above that level for quite some time here. Right there. So we've held above that level for what? Almost a day, 20 hours. It's a Kermit, it's called session highs and lows indicator. You can just use it on TradingView. It's just a random indicator I found that I've been using for a while now that works pretty well. Anyone that shows you sessions highs and lows will be good. Doesn't have to specifically be that one. Anything that shows you session highs and lows is going to help out a lot. All right, let's take a look here. So again, buys on Euro GBP. GBP CAD. So the reason I like buys on... No problem, man. The reason I like buys on GBP CAD is because we've rejected a key level down here that we haven't broken back since Monday, June 29th. So it's almost been a month. We rejected this. As you can see, it's rejected once. It's rejected twice. It's now rejected 3 times. You have 3 rejections. This should move toward the upside. Just based on pure price action and market structure. That's what I'm looking at. What do you say, Andrew? CHK? Euro JPY again. Euro JPY I do like as a buy. You're not looking at too many pips, but 20 pips to the top there for it to retest. 20 pips to the top for it to retest. Euro NZD I had as a buy as well. Again, it looks like we've gotten the ribbon flip on the 1 hour here, which is important. Ribbon flip is very key. This would be the first time you've had a ribbon flip in a long time. Jeez. This thing's been on a downtrend for your last ribbon flip. This thing's been on a downtrend for 18 days. But you've hit a very key support here again. So your key support, 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 4 key supports right there that it's rejected every time. We haven't been below that price since July of 2025, 1 year ago. Let's see. Did you go in for a buy already, or I'm waiting? No, I'm waiting. We're not in for a buy or sell on anything. We're just charting. We're going over what the charts are doing to figure out what we're going to do tonight. We're not in anything right now. But again, the buys are looking solid on this. I'm sure your technicals on the higher time frames are going to be different, but your lower time frames are going to be looking like buys. Just because of this rejection zone. Again, it's been almost a year that it's rejected this zone every single time. USD CHF. USD looks like it's just still climbing. We've broken above every session except for New York. We're just charting right now. Email, we're just charting. These are possible scenarios. We're not in anything. And USD JPY has again broken above the session high, broke above New York high. USD JPY is absolutely flying. But again, guys, we talked about this earlier. This is the highest that USD JPY has been since 1987. 1987. That's a long time. Yeah, if you're new, just pretty much kind of listen to what I'm saying here. It's gonna really lay it out for you. You know what I mean? Good questions, though. Good questions. When price is in between sessions and price is in between support and resistance zones, yeah, don't trade. That's 100% correct there. It's not worth it. You're guessing at that point. USD CHF looks really solid for a buy. Again, we'd be breaking highs that we haven't seen since July 14th, which is fine. It's only about 2 weeks. But you're looking at 12 pips. If it goes to the top, we could actually move this. The actual next top of the previous high is really like 20 pips. So for 20 pips, and you'd have roughly a 15 pip stop loss. It'd be like a 1-to-1. Not the best trade, but certainly an option. USD JPY, I'm unflagging that. We're not going to trade USD JPY. Going back to some of our other charts here from earlier, just trying to see if we're actually getting the rejection now that we're 15 minutes in. You can really see your zones here of what's happening. And I'm looking and I'm not seeing any breaks of session highs or lows yet. Not yet, at least. But again, like Euro AUD, could possibly buy this up for a couple pips here, 20 pips. Looks like you had a nice bull flag right here. Right there. And it's breaking and retesting for, again, 20 pips possibility. But you're going against a massive downtrend. Same thing here. Again, bull flag. Breaks above, we could see this go. However, still a massive downtrend. Still a pretty big downtrend, you know what I mean? CAD JPY, same thing here. Could go this way, but you're still in an overall downtrend. You don't want to enter a trade that's in an overall downtrend on the higher time frames. This needs to be moved too. This high needs to be moved. But this chart looks good for a buy. CAD JPY actually looks good for a buy. It just broke London highs. If it breaks New York highs, you'd be in good shape. But these wicks lead us to believe that there's been a lot of selling pressure going into this. So with all this selling pressure right here, do you really want to buy knowing that this could possibly be another wick to come back down? Because again, we had the break of structure. Unless you're going to get in and out quickly with very high leverage and you're scalping, you could do that. But for a long-term trade or a day trade where you're holding over a couple hours, it's not a good idea. Correct. Let's check the volume here. Let's see what's got volume. GJ's got some volume coming in here. GJ's got some volume. I think Euro GBP really does look solid. For at least 15, 16 pips. GBP NZD looking like it's trying to move up. It's pushing, that's for sure. I've never been a big fan of AUD NZD, but it looks like we may get a buy here. DigiWorld, what's going on, man? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. And just really back to our charts. Now it's just really a waiting game to see which one breaks the session highs and lows first. That's really just kind of what we're waiting on. I wouldn't touch GBP NZD. Probably won't touch Euro. Well, we'll see here. Nice, man. Yeah, we're just waiting here. There's not anything to enter right now. There's nothing to enter right now at this moment. Euro USD did well for us this morning, though. Last night through this morning. Ended up going for 17 pips. I think we got out at 11 pips, but it ended up going for 17. CHF JPY I really like as a sell. Just based off of all these rejections. You've got plenty of rejections right here at the resistance. So plenty of rejections at the resistance here. It was on somewhat of an uptrend here. And it looks like we kind of broke structure and retested the AM kill zone. Looks like we're probably coming down on this chart. I like that chart a lot just because even though we're in between zones, the EMA ribbon and the fair value gap right here have been respected for a long time. It hasn't broke into that EMA ribbon or into this fair value gap where it would invalidate it. for a day and 8 hours. So 31 hours of holding a strong support or resistance right there is a pretty good key indication on what's going on. We've got our charts we're looking at, that's for sure. We know what we're looking at, and we know if we're looking at a buy or a sell. We're just in between a lot of highs and lows, session highs and lows right now. There you go. USD CHF broke above. Yeah, USD CHF has just broken above. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, it's a solid looking chart. 20 pips. The 1 hour just rejected. And you're probably going to see 20 pips out of this. If you were to go long on it, if you were to go long on it, your only thing is you're looking at like a 1-to-1. That's your trade there. Because you're going to need to be able to hold down to this zone right here. You could put it up a little bit more, go a little tighter there. It's probably a little more than a 1-to-1. That's a 1 to 1.5. We could look at that. It's got some volume too, so it wouldn't be a problem. And then CAD JPY looks like it's actually doing the opposite here on this bull flag. The hour looks like it's coming down. And that's why I originally marked it as a sell, was because of this break and retest after this break of structure right here. That's your new zone. As long as it rejects this like it has, this thing's going to come down to here, possibly here, and possibly here. Those would be your levels. That'd be TP1, that'd be TP2, and this would be TP3. So those would be your levels right there. That's what I'd be looking for. Again, I still think it's a little too early in the session to tell. Your 15-minute hasn't broken below, and it's in a bull flag pattern. I don't trade gold. We can certainly look at it. Gold looks like it's going to move up. However, the dollar's moving up too, so I wouldn't trust that. With the dollar moving up at the same time as the gold, they're supposed to have inverse correlation, meaning if one goes up, the other goes down. When they're both going up, I wouldn't touch it. And GU we already went over, so GBP USD looks like it's going to be a sell here. On the 1 hour time frame, it already had the break of structure and retested the EMA in this fair value gap. USD JPY is at unprecedented highs, guys. USD JPY is the highest it's been since 1987. I'm not touching that chart. I'm not going to be the guinea pig. It is an unprecedented highs right now. If you look at your chart and go to the 12-month candle chart, here, we'll look at it together. We'll look at it together. I'll explain what I'm saying. Oh, you're talking about silver? I don't even touch silver, man. But going back to, everyone wants to see USD JPY. I want to show you guys something. Okay? The last time USD JPY was this high, look at this chart right here. The last time was right here. Do you know when that was? Wednesday, January 1st of 1986. 1986. If somebody wants to buy off of a chart that hasn't been this high since 1986, go ahead and be my guest. I don't like to be a guinea pig. I like to have market structure. I mean, this thing is at a literal unprecedented high. Decades of a high right now. You don't want to touch that. If anything, you want to wait to take a retracement on it. 1986 was the last time it was this high. I mean, I can't be more clear on that. Oh, shit, I lost my chart now. There we go. It's not something that you want to touch right now. Yes, it's above all the sessions. I see a rejection in our near future. Bitcoin. Get rid of these sessions. Bitcoin's at a good spot right now. You can see I already have my levels drawn for Bitcoin. I always keep my levels on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's next move would be 69K, right? So if Bitcoin were to go, it would be a $2,700 move up to 69K. That's Bitcoin's next move. It hasn't been there since June 2nd of 2026, so about 2 months ago. And the last time it got to anywhere near where we're at right now is June 15th, and it rejected hard at 67K. DigiWorld, this is TradingView, but I execute all my trades on Hanko Trade is my broker. But this is TradingView. We're going to get rid of some of these. I'm unflagging this one. Euro GBP will keep. Euro JPY I'm unflagging. GBP CAD probably unflagging. Euro NZD will keep. USD CHF will keep. And CAD JPY will keep. So we've narrowed it down to really 4 or 5 charts. We haven't entered any trades yet. We're just charting. There has not been an A+ setup. So I take about 1 trade a day, sometimes 2, but it's an A+ setup. And the way that you make yourself have a better win rate and make more money and become a more consistent trader is going to be taking less setups that are higher quality. Less setups that are higher quality. That's the best way to do it. If you have $30, you have no choice but to use 0.01 lot size. The lowest lot size that your broker allows is what you should be using. I really do like the CHF JPY sells. Just got to wait for confirmation. We don't have enough confirmation yet. But you could see zones as low as, 30 pips, 60 pips, 90 pips, and then all the way down to 150 pips would be your next. And it's not like it hasn't been there recently. It's been there in the past 7 days. In the past week, it's been that low. So we could see a big swing like that. And as you see on CHF JPY, you have 4-hour candles that go for, 70 pips. So it's not like it's impossible. That's something you want to look at. What do the sessions look like? If your target is 60 pips, but the session has only moved 20 pips in the past 5 sessions, really tough to justify that trade. Really tough to justify that trade. But if we get rejection here on this chart, we could take this down. to at least 30 pips. 34 pips. And you'd have a stop loss of 27 pips. So it'd be like a 1-to-1 just to TP1. You know what I mean? And then CAD JPY, same thing. So CAD JPY, if you were to get in a short position here, this would really be your stop loss would be like right here, like 18 pips. And you'd be looking to see it down here. That'd be a 1-to-5 ratio. We've seen it move that much within a session. I mean, with just 13 hours right there, 13-hour session right there, it moved 55 pips. Certainly possible. But that's what I'd be looking at with a super tight stop. You're more than welcome to. I don't trade precious metals. They use too much of your account. If you have a very small account, I would not trade precious metals. They use a large margin of your account. So if you're not trading with a lot of capital, I wouldn't advise it, personally. Let's see, CHF, JPY. On this one, if we were to go short, we'd be looking at 28 to see it possibly go for, I mean, that would be the bottom, right? I'm just going to mark all of these up as if I was taking them, and we can see what happens. So with this chart right here, see, I think this is going up. I think Euro AUD is going to come up to retest. That's why I don't love that chart. I'm getting rid of Euro AUD. I'm not even going to touch it. Euro GBP. So if you were looking to go long here, this is what your chart would look like. You'd set it right at the bottom here at 25 pips, and your top's going to be up here. So that's a 1 to 2.78, almost a 1 to 3 ratio. Euro NZD, I just don't love the chart on the 4 hour, but on the 1 hour, it's not too bad of a chart. If you were to get in this, you'd be looking at, you'd have to put your stop loss pretty tight right there, and you'd be looking at, you know, something like that. That's a 1 to 4.84, almost a 1 to 5, and that's a lot of pips. I mean, for it to move 200 pips would be a lot. I don't think that's a realistic trade right there. I think that's more of a realistic trade. But again, just to get to TP1, which would be our previous high, you're looking at 18 pips, which again is a good trade. Take 18 pips any day of the week. But we'll see what happens in this 8 o'clock hour here. Ideally, we don't want to be in a trade overnight again. We want to get in and out in the Asian session. But I don't mind holding through London. It's not the worst thing in the world, you know? We've got some really good options here, though, and that's what's important, is that we've got 5 really good options, 2 of which we really need more confirmation, but we've got 5 good options. And this is, I personally think this is the hardest part of becoming a trader, is narrowing down your charts to which ones are A plus setups that fit your system. Once you've gotten that down, trading gets a lot easier, a heck of a lot easier. But it takes a long time to do that. Yeah, you're getting a bull flag here. On the 1 hour, this bull flag. Well, I mean, if you don't have an A plus, do you have a defined system yet? Because you need to have a defined system in order to have an A plus setup. You know what I mean? Like a defined system that you know, okay, this is what an A plus setup is for me. If you don't have that defined system yet, it's going to be tough to determine whether it's an A plus setup or not. This might be a bull flag runner for us. This CAD JPY trade. This breaks and retests above. You're looking at 29 pips to the top, 30 pips. It's just on such a strong uptrend. I wouldn't really want to bank on it going down unless we get a wick rejection on the 4 hour here. And I don't believe we have any red folder news tonight. No, we do not. We have GBP news at 2 a.m. and then nothing until AUD news tomorrow night at 9:30. So no red folder. It's not a bad start. It's not a bad start there, Imleo. It's not a bad start. You got a couple really key words down there that are important. I think Euro NZD is going to probably, Euro NZD or Euro JPY are going to be probably our best setups, or USD CHF. But probably Euro GBP or Euro NZD, just because, just because you're looking at more room to the upside. It sounds like you have a pretty decent setup there, man. It's just, are you executing that every time, or are you going off your gut, you know? There's zero gut feelings about trading when you're day trading. Technical analysis, price action, and market structure. There should be zero gut feelings. It's about what you're seeing on the chart. I think we might take buys on this. I don't love the 4 hour on Euro NZD, but I like it on the day. Boy, I like it on both of those. Last time it was that low was June 27th. Last time this one had broken out was back to July of last year. I think Euro NZD is going to be our buy here. Euro NZD or Euro GBP look the best. We'll go to the smaller time frames here to enter. I think we're going to wait till the 8 o'clock hour, so in 15 minutes, but I think we've got our two. We've got our two charts that we like the most, Euro NZD and Euro GBP. GBP has news at 2 a.m. It's the only thing that we need to focus on. So it's claimant count change. It's expected to be good, which could jeopardize that trade if it comes out good. It's came out bad out of the last 5 times that they've had this year. It's came out bad 4 out of the 5. So 20% of the time it's come out good. 80%'s been bad. You got a watermelon? I don't know what that means. Like an actual one, or is that one of your trading terms? I like Euro NZD a lot. Euro GBP, the only reason I'd stay away is because of what we talked about. Yeah, Euro NZD is going to be the play, I think, here. I don't even know if we necessarily need to wait. We could, but I think this is going. So let's go TP1, TP2, TP3, and TP4. So that would be what our trade looks like. Granted, that's a lot of pips, but that's what we'd be looking at. And our drawdown would be, yeah, 42 pips is a big stop. It's a big stop. But you got to give it room to breathe. Let's hop down to the 15-minute and go with a tighter trade. An actual watermelon. So like this whole process is so important though. We had 9 charts that we were looking at and we've narrowed it down to 2. And then we wait for that A+ setup. So important. And so many people don't do it. And then wonder why they don't make money. Euro NZD is my number 1 right now. Look at the 5-minute here. 5 minutes already retested. We've consolidated above. Yeah, I think we're going to at least up here. TP2. Type this out just in case we end up getting in it. Yeah, you like GU? I just wasn't really confident on it. I wasn't confident on it. The 4-hour candles have gotten real shallow here with this long wick. This didn't come down and retrace this full wick. The day chart, though, does look like it could rip down. It could. Stop loss is going to be bigger on this one, guys. Nine, 6, 3, 6, 8. And then your final TP on this would be 1.96801. That's if we were to take this. I personally like it a lot. Plug my keyboard in. We've got 8 minutes. 8 minutes until the new hour candle, and then we'll decide. Because I don't think the 4 hour is going to make a huge difference here. Euro NZD. You may not find trades every day either. We don't find a trade every day. There's some days we go without trading. That's just the reality of day trading. You're not going to have a trade every single day. I think we're going to get in this, guys. I'm going to send it. What's up, Ilias? Janny, how you doing? Welcome. USD CAD. On what time frame? Your zone should be right here. And your other zone is right here. If you're waiting for a reversal, that's a good sign. If you're waiting for it to break and retest this zone, it's also a good sign. But there's nothing here yet to give you any indication to get in a trade. That's the 15-minute that I just drew that on. Zone. Zone. That was ugly. You got to have it break it, retest to see it go this way, or you need a good rejection candle under the EMA to see it go down toward your next key levels. That you can have as take profit 1, 2, and 3. We're going to see what happens here, though. CAD JPY ended up moving up. CHF JPY ended up moving up. USD CHF ended up coming back down the other way. Yeah, the only two that I like are those two. And Euro NZD does not have news tomorrow. Has the free signals got anything this week? Yeah, they did. Two more minutes. We're getting in this, I can tell you already. I'm just going to send it. Sent. Let's get in it. All right, we're in it. The only reason that anyone should use a prop firm is if they have no capital. Nah, I take that back. I hate prop firms, man. I'm not a fan of prop firms at all. I think they're all a scam. Save up money and trade your own capital. That's my view on it. We're in this trade, though. We're in it. At, what am I in at? Probably closer to like up here. 766. Damn, I got in high because of the spreads. That's where I'm in at. Which means TP1 is 12 pips. Ain't bad. DigiWorld's in. You know, it's a good looking chart. It's a good looking chart on all accounts here. All time frames. And like we talked about earlier, not if you use small lot sizes. Adele's not in here, but Adele can tell you. I took a $1,000 account, no, a $500 account to $5,000 in 2 weeks. It's just all about proper risk management, man. That's really it. That's all it is. It's proper risk management. No, if Adele was in here, he'd tell you. My moderator. I did it live, man. All of it was live. I'll give you an example. I'm trading a small account for him right now because he does a lot of work for me. It started with $1,000 this week. It's at $1,400. So $400 in 2 days. It's possible. You just have to be smart about it. Just have to be smart about it. Just got to be smart about it. That's it. But I like this chart. Especially on the day here. This rejection's super key. Look at that. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 times it's rejected this zone. Strong. I was using a half a lot for a while, and then I upped it up to a lot, and then I upped it up to 2 lots, and then I upped it up to 3 lots, and I just had a good week. Which I don't suggest doing. But I made a reel on this, and sometimes if you have a small amount of capital and you want to make money, you have to do some unconventional things. But I would learn how to do it before you actually implement it, you know what I mean? It's important. We're barely holding draw down here. Most of this negative balance is just commissions for me. Commissions on the broker's side. You're in AUD USD buys. We've got no volume. It's not a bad buy. It's not a bad buy. It should buy up to that shoulder. You're probably looking at this. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. You're looking at your targeting right there. 7,100. We're gonna watch this 5 minute and this 15 minute here. Yeah, right shoulder, not a left shoulder. Yeah, no, really? On what time frame? Give me 1 second, hold on. AUD USD 15 minute. Nah, you're looking at, I mean, you could look at it like this. Yeah, if you look at it like that. But on a higher time frame, this is actually the left shoulder. That's the head. This would be the next shoulder. So your goal is right here on a buy. 7150 area. Head's up here. You can just draw it out. Left shoulder, head. I mean, it would be a little crooked, but essentially you'd be looking at right shoulder right there. That would be your play. And this is, yeah, the 170, 150, 1750. So. But back to our trade, because it looks like we're in profit. As long as that's your TP, yeah. Looks like we're in the green here, boys. We are in the green. Here we go. Push. Push, push, push. That's what we like to see. Trying out here. And this is only what? This is only 2.8 pips in profit. There's only 2.8 pips. There's the move. It's a good move. If we could break New York session high, London close high, and New York AM high, be in really good shape. In the positive, though. That's all we could really ask for. I didn't even think it would let you trade that. Most brokers won't let you do that high of a lot. It'll just say you don't have the margin. I trade at 1 to 500, and my broker would never let me do that. There you go. Just told you. 1 to 500, it just showed up. See what this 15-minute looks like. Looks like we got a wick off that. Five-minute came back down too. One minute is currently testing the EMA ribbon. Two red fair value gaps there. On the 1 minute, we're about to get a new 15-minute. About to get a new 15-minute. Oh, you use Exness? They let you trade at like 1 to 2,000 leverage though, don't they? Exness has huge leverage. Mostly in countries near like Bangladesh and India. If we get more drawdown to the EMA ribbon, I might stack another position. Nah, I don't think so either. Seems far-fetched. Seems unlikely. Certainly going to see what happens, though. I don't know if I showed you guys yet, but give you a little sneak peek here. Little sneak peek here, guys. Any trade that you're in the positive is a winning trade. So Hanko Trade released a, they updated their trading platform. And I got some beta access to it. And it looks pretty sweet. It looks pretty sweet if you ask me. This is their new beta of what their new platform is going to look like. Very digital looking. It's pretty sweet. Your broker hooks up to TradingView? That's pretty cool if your broker... Oh, it does not. So then you don't use TradingView. Yeah, so do I. You don't execute on TradingView. Yeah, this is TradingView right here. This is TradingView that you're seeing on my screen here. No, it's just where I execute. It's not anything else other than that.
I'm sorry you have to hear it from me, but unfortunately the
Holding some drawdown here. It's all right. Let's see here. Please explain to me. Yeah, you just do, I don't know if Exodus has it, but it's called partial closes. Yes. Yes, you can. watching it. There you go. Hey, dollars better than no dollars. You don't use a computer? That's fine. I find that it's harder to see levels without using a computer. It's just me personally, though. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good.
I'm sorry to have to hear from me, but unfortunately, the only way to actually...
Sorry, guys. Not sure what that was. Yeah, it was my... I was making sure my auto response thing was working. I think we'll be alright. Here's your 15-minute EMA ribbon right here. Whoa. I think this is just a little retracement, to be honest with you. We're going to get a new 15-minute candle here in 4 minutes. Rich Tokyo boy, what's up, man? I think I might wait till the new hour first, till we get the new 4-hour candle. Let's see what happens right here. This day chart is just so bullish off of this. Again, it's been a year since it's been below this. Literally 2025, July of 2025. Oh yeah, of course they can. FX Starfleet, what's going on, man? Yeah, as long as they don't retrace too low. As long as they don't go too low, you know what I mean? New 15-minute candle here in just a second. Bright, what's up? This is Euro NZD. The euro to the New Zealand dollar. We're holding about 10 pips of drawdown, maybe a little more. Actually, 15 pips of drawdown. So a little bit of drawdown here. But we'll see what happens going into this new 4 o'clock hour here, or this new 4-hour candle here coming up soon. might have found a low. We'll see here. It's a nice little jump. Like to see this thing keep pushing. That would be nice. There we go. We were just in drawdown 7,000. Now we're only in drawdown 5,000. Didn't even flinch. Nice. Well, there's a good move. The hours pushing back up too. Five minutes trying. Bullish engulfing on the 5 would be nice. If you guys are just joining, we're in Euro NZD buys. Euro NZD buy. Let's see what this next 5-minute candle gives us. Move us back up here. Yeah, 25 minutes until we get a new 4-hour candle. Let's see what we got going on here. Got the 5-minute fluttering kind of right now between the previous 5-minute candle and the fair value gap and the EMA ribbon. There's its move toward the downside. Next 12 minutes, we're going to see a bit of movement here. So don't be shocked when you see a bunch of movement up and down. Always the last 10, 12 minutes going into, actually 22 minutes, sorry. Going into a new 4-hour candle typically has a lot of movement. Yeah, it's part of it, Jordan. Yeah, you're 100% correct. Not going to snipe every entry, you know what I mean? I'm just not going to. Can try to, but... This chart on the 4-hour and on the day is just so bullish. I mean, massive, massive day rejection at such a strong support. It's got to come back up and retest this EMA at some point, just like it did here. Minimally the fair value gap, which is like 100 pips. So, might be holding this one, but I think we might get some good movement here coming into, yeah. Motorola, that's a cool name. Yeah, I'm seeing buys all day. It's just going to take a little bit, but I think to get us to take profit 1 though, to get us 12, 13 pips, or to take profit 2, the 30 pips, I'll get out at 30 pips, no problem. 30 pips will be, you know, $13,000, $14,000. We were holding $7,000 just now. Now it's only 3. Yep. Thanks, brother. I agree with you. I think, like I said, on the day chart, if you look at the day chart, I think it's coming up to that fair value gap minimally, if not higher, all the way up to this next zone, which is 215 pips. But when your pips are $300 to $400 pips, you know, you'll take the 20, 30 pips, 10 pips even. We got 11 pips on my last trade for 15 grand. So, like, it's just depends on your account size, you know, what your pip value is on that specific trade. It's not the same for everybody, you know. Glad to see the 1 hour sucking up a little bit, though. These three fair value gaps and this one being held for so long is a good sign. I mean, you've got 11 hours of consolidation above a key level right here. It's a good sign. It's a really good sign. Plus, what are we holding right now? Seven pips? We're only holding 7 pips of drawdown. I know it looks like a big number right there, or right there, depending on which stream you're on, but it's really not. You know what I mean? It's 7 pips. That 15 minutes shot up pretty good right at that EMA ribbon. Got 2 more minutes till you get a new 15 minute. Again, it's all relative. You know what I mean? It's all relative, brother. The number depends on who you are and how big your bank account is and how big your trading account is. I'm trading with a $252,000 bank account, trading account. So $3,000 drawdown is not really a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah, account size makes a massive difference. That's why I say it's all relative, you know? It's like, and that's why you can't compare yourself to other people either. Just do your thing, make your money, get in, get out. It's all relative, brother. We were just holding $7,000 before, and now it's at 2,400, 2,500. We're going to get a lot of movement here in the next 15 minutes, 14 minutes. Hey, it's better than a loss. It's better than a loss, man. You got to take the positives where you can. Got to take the positives where you can. David, what's going on, man? How are you? Good to see you, David. What's up, David? Like I said, we're going to see a lot of movement here in the last 11 minutes. There you go, David. You made 100 off that Euro USD trade that we took? Off the one from the signals? Or was it a different chart? Nice. Hey, $100 is $100. A lot of movement coming in these last 9 minutes. We're going to see what this thing wants to do. What are we holding? 12 pips. See it keep moving green going into this last 8 minutes. Nice move. Nice move. we're going to get a new 5-minute here in 2 minutes. Maybe a nice W here. Other trades are just moving sideways also. None of them have really done anything. Glad I didn't take that. This one would have been alright. This one hasn't done much. This one hasn't done much. Euro NZD hasn't done much either. They're kind of all holding right at the same spot when we were analyzing the charts. They all really haven't moved much so far in this session. Oh, good. What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome back. I just got a new 5-minute. Oops. Hopefully your exams are going well. Not an ideal candle. There you go, email. Nice. It's a big move there on that candle. a really big move on that candle there. Holy shit. That is a massive move. Oh my god. Why such a big move like that? It's a huge 5-minute candle. Huge. Oh, we're about to get a new candle here. That was a big candle. Let's see, there's our new 4-hour. Wow, I cannot believe that candle ended up closing as a doji when it was all the way up here on the 4-hour. But that's trading, man. That's trading. It'll happen. Worst case, I think we retest this EMA and continue going back up. Because 1-hour EMA and fair value gap's pretty strong there. Yeah, my stop is below NYC kill zone, yeah. My stop is 195290. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not really too worried about this one. If we break below the EMA ribbon, I'll start to get worried, but other than that, I think we're retracing this wick and some. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I could open another position right here. Sure, might as well. There you go, I opened another position. I'm already in for 75 lots, but now I'm in for 100. 100 lots right now. Hopefully we continue this move upwards and reject this again like we just did. Little $4,000 swing there just now. I'm in for 100 right now. That's what I trade, man. That's how I'm making $7,000 to $15,000 on 10 pip moves. Gotta remember, I've been doing this a long time. Just depends on your bankroll, you know what I mean? It's really what it comes down to. No, it won't shake me whether it goes positive or negative, brother. Like I said, risk management. I know what my max loss is, and I'm okay with that. I know what my max win is, and I'm okay with that. Can't let it shake you. Just can't. I'm just confident too in my assessment of the situation. So like, if you're not confident in your trading abilities or not confident in your setups, yeah, you're going to doubt yourself for sure. But if you're confident in that, there's no reason to sit there and go, what if? You're in the trade. Set it and forget it. There's nothing you can do to change what happens on the screen. 1% on the whole account, Andrew? Thanks, Daniel. I hope you're right. I believe that to be true. I believe that to be true. See what we get here on this 15-minute candle. Nice rejection of London kill zone and London low. Good rejection there. Think so? Yeah, if you can beat the S&P 500 long term, you're a good trader. If you can beat S&P 500 growth. Yeah, a lot of people do. There's many different instruments to trade with. Hey, that one we added on there at the bottom, in profit. That one we added all the way at the bottom here, where we can draw down to 1.95478, is in profit. I know, I just didn't know if I wanted to put up 100 lots on this trade, but I went with it. Yeah, I mean, that's all you need. That's all you need then. Alright, guys, I'm going to give this 5 more minutes, and then I'm hopping off stream because it is late here, and I'm playing golf in the morning. Give this till the new 15-minute candle. $15-minute looking pretty good. You're funny. Yeah, I'm gonna golf and then go to the beach. Been staring at this screen all day today. Between the New York session stream, meeting with clients, and then Asian session stream. A lot of screen time. It's a really good move there. It's a really good move. And now we're only holding 13 pips of drawdown. Nice move. One hour rejected nicely off that. As long as it's not creating a wick right here and coming back down, we're in good shape. But this is why we had a bigger stop loss on this trade. That's where you're golfing at? Damn, bro, that golf course is cheap as fuck. They're only charging $22 to play golf? How is it so cheap? Is it a muni? Oh, South Lake Tahoe Parks and Recreation. Okay, it's city owned. Got you. Nothing wrong with that. I was just curious about how the rates were so cheap. My gosh. City of South Lake Tahoe. Nice. That'd be fun. Alright guys, I'm calling it a night for me. It's been a long stream here, 2.5 hours. I'll keep you guys updated in Discord on this trade. Obviously we're holding it. Bigger stop loss, but I think through London it should push us positive here. Just keep your notifications on, and as always, we'll end this stream how we always do. Appreciate you guys showing up. It was a good stream. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe. No New York session stream tomorrow because I'm golfing, but we will have an Asian session stream tomorrow. We will have Asian session stream. Have a good night, guys.